Hi, everybody. It's Bonkai Night 22. Yo, it went down in this episode. Um, before I get into this, freezing vibrations episode what? Pantone 12. Yeah, he sent me another message about freezing. So he stays tuned with the freezing now. Sending me messages for freezing. And he was like saying, about apparently about Ohara and she should die and everything, and so on and so forth. And he also wants to know about future episodes. He was talking about Kazuya's cousin. I'm like, can't say, man. Can't say Pantone 12. That's spoilers. No. Spoilers. Can't say. Can't say. Can't say. You know, it's just. But yeah, thanks for the message, Pantone 12. This you get 5 out of 5. No fucking around. Ohara, man, she can. That's what she can do. And I've read the manga, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you'll see people. She gets it. But this episode was fantastic. Oh man, all around. Loved how. But oh man, Elizabeth, man, yo, she's hurting. Like, girl, satellizer. No. Elizabeth Mabley. She's born with it. I'm sorry, I had to do that skit. Anyway, let's get into this episode. Basically in this episode, which I believe was called, excuse me, what was this called? The Sunset? Oh, Mate. Yes, Mate. That was the name of the episode. Episode 4. This was pretty crazy, man. Majority of it was this fight. Gina, yeah, she turned into a Nova. Oh shit. Oh man, this went down. Man, this was sick. Yo, this was sick. Sick. Basically what ended up happening was, we have they get the little alarm and we see satellites. She's gunning out, and Rana's there and she's saying, no, we can't, we have to stay behind, and she's like, no, she wants to go, and obviously the reason for that is she believes something is amiss here. And then while she's running, we get a flashback of when she fought Gina, and at the end of the match when they were fighting, he shook her hand. She shook Gina's hand, and she was like, oh, thank God. All the warning signs of a Nova dissipated. So she was worried about that. And then, Gina's having this heartfelt talk with her, saying, oh, I hated the world and all this everything. And then she's saying, like, how she feels everything that Satellizer feels now. All the people she protects, all her feelings, everything. And I was like, oh, shit. Something bad's gonna happen when you see shit like that. So Satellizer shows up, and we see Gina, and Amelia's there, and I think she's trying to say something to Amelia, but she's gone. Oh, she's fucking gone. She's a Nova. It's like, but she's conscious, which is even more fucked up. So what ends on happening? Elizabeth shows up and she starts shooting her satellite things at her, and they fight pretty much. And Satellizer shows up as well and tries to get involved, but Elizabeth says, "You get the hell out of here." because you're on standby. You need to go back. And her free Andre, I think is her limiter, comes into play and freezes Satellizer and says she told you to leave. So she starts fighting Gina, and it gets kind of out of hand. Back and forth, back and forth. Pretty intense action, man. That was sick. Oh man, that was intense action in this episode. The best one, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. Elizabeth was boss, but person who came in after Elizabeth's fight, I was like, yo, Bonaparte, Charlotte, this one, damn, just damn. She was on. She should go to she should go to Naruto and show them how a shadow clone is dealt with, is done properly. Because she was there, and basically she uses the music to with her attacks, and she syncs with the music, and then fucking 8 of her with the Tempest, the accelerator move, made 8 clones of her. I was like, holy shit. It was French music she was playing, so I was like, oh, oui, oui. And she went in and just, oh man, she was giving it to her. She was giving it to Gina, of course. But before that happened, Gina also said to Amelia, Mark IV is a sham. So this got pretty hot and heavy, back and forth, back and forth. She was giving it to Gina. Gina was getting by Charlotte, and what ended on happening was Amelia got involved. I'm like, I understand she doesn't want her friend to die and everything, but I mean, come on, she's a Nova. You can't really do anything more for her instead, besides just ending her life. There's nothing you can do. But, excuse me. But ended on happening was, Gina almost killed her, Charlotte, and that's when Elizabeth came in to save Charlotte. But she ends up killing her. And then Amelia's like, why? It was so emotional. I was like, wow. Amazing. So what ends on happening is after that scene, we get a scene where they're burning Amelia's stuff. Not Amelia's stuff, Gina's stuff. And that, man, fucking Ohara. Ohara, suck. Bonafide. She is... You know what the problem with her is? She thinks, oh, I'm going to create my own Pandoras, and I'm going to exceed Gendo Aoi. Yes, that's Kazuya's grandfather's name. Gendo. And I do get confused with, Gendo Ikari from Evangelion. Anyway, she's trying to succeed him, and then she's basically using the Pandoras like guinea pigs, pretty much. And man, listen. They're in Alaska. Well, she might as well be a block of ice. You cold-hearted bitch. Ugh. They were just saying, she was basically telling them, you're guinea pigs, and we're going to continue with it. And she was crying. I mean, it was pretty intense when they were burning. So that was crazy. Anyway, the remainder of the episode, we have pretty much, it focuses on, we have this little meeting between Amelia and Elizabeth. It was really sad. Oh man, it was pretty gut-wrenching. Because she tells her, if I don't survive the Mark IV, because they're going to continue the Mark IV experiments, go to my little brother and tell him that me and you fought together and stuff. And I was like, oh shit, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Fucked up. And then she says, oh, she respects her. Elizabeth respects her for the bottom of her help. It's Maybelline. Well, not Maybelline. Malby. You get the joke. Elizabeth Malby. Maybelline. Yes. Anyway, she's born with it. Anyway, she has that meeting with her, and then there's this confrontation she has with satellizer. Oh man, I was so pissed. Like she pawned my girl satellizer. No. In this episode. So, well, she basically tells her off. Satellizer saying it has nothing to do with you. You need to stop. Saying it's very surprising that she's doing this. And later on, we find out that there's another thing going on. She confronts, also in the shower, Chiffon. Obviously, Chiffon, the best way to describe Chiffon, Fairchild, I am convinced she is the Gini Chimaru of freezing. Listen, man. She is, man. I mean, not as creepy as Geen, but, I mean, they're the same kind of type of character. They have their eyes closed all the time. Oh, man, she's fun. But she wasn't saying anything in this episode. She was basically talking to Elizabeth and saying to her, no, you shouldn't do this. Saying our duty is with the future of mankind, of saving mankind. And then she leaves it at that. She found, of course, Satellizer was there. She heard the conversation. She says, oh, we're going to use the Malby family to do what? And then that's when there's this huge confrontation in the hallway. I'm like, her and Elizabeth were going to go at it. And Elizabeth pawned Satellizer. No! But it was good. She shot her with her, the satellites thing she has, and shot her in her arms and legs. I'm saying she's basically saying that you're an underclassman and you should listen to us. And she walks away. And that was the end of the episode. Wow. Love this episode from top to bottom. This was, if this is an indicator for the next episodes coming up, I am floored. And I know I said, strike the witch, strike the blood. But I was only hyped because of the moment. It was shock value. But freezing overall, I believe, deserves to be in the top area as far as these animes are concerned for the fall. If they do this season right, if they do this arc justice, it belongs on the top list. At least in the top 5, freezing. At least in the top 5. Loved how they did the whole thing with Satellizer and Gina, that whole relationship. Elizabeth, the whole thing was just fantastic in this episode. So, next week's though. Next week. Oh my god, I saw the clip for next week's preview. Oh my god. I think I know what happens next week's preview. This is gonna be sick. Oh my god. This shit is gonna go down in the next couple of episodes. And it's gonna be... The only thing now... Excuse me. Pantone 12 was asking me. This is the last thing I want to bring up. About something that happens later on. I don't think we're gonna get that. I think this season is basically the beginning of the thing with the Alaska arc, which is the thing with the Pandoras and E-Pandoras. The beginning of it to the end. Anyone who's read the manga knows what I mean when I say the end of the arc. Not spoiling anything. But let me tell you right now, they show the whole arc everyone's going to be like, what? Anime only watchers, hey, I warned you about Shingeki no Kyojin. I'm warning you about freezing. You watch this season to the very end. I have only this to say. Prepare yourself. Prepare. Prepare. I said it once. I'm not going to say it again. But yeah, that's the story, people, in Bankai Night 22. I'll see you guys later. Freezing, man. It is the shit. Yeah. And oh, by the way, ohara, she's a bitch. She's a bitch. Cold-hearted bitch. Die. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.